What's going on, guys? We got a little bit of stuff done today. We got most of the other wall built for the bathroom. I got that hole cut out for the loft. Got the ladder up in there. Got the loft done. Got the hole cut for the loft to come up in. Boy, that light's bright. Just got to get the lights up here and the electrical done, and get done with the wall and stuff, and put the divider up here. But I got to do a little bit more fixing on this. Let me show you all. So this is how it's gonna go. And then I just cut the hole up here to go in the loft. I'm gonna have to cut this piece over here back a little bit, probably on that 2x4, and then call it good. This piece right here, I'm gonna have to do something. But it's big enough to get up in. I just need to figure out. The only big challenge with this is how I'm going to do the drywall on that side. I guess what I'll do is I'll run a sheet. This is going to be the bedroom wall right here on this side of the 2x4, and on the back side will be the bathroom. So this will go all the way across to here. And what I'll probably do is put a little sheet in here on the ladder, and then run me a sheet on the back side. I just hope that's enough room for their feet to go in. So we'll see. I'm happy to get it up though. I've been dreading this. I'm gonna put me another support beam in here. It looks a little weak. Might even put me a 2x4 there just to hold it. We'll see what happens. Cut a bunch of trees down outside. It's been, I'll have to take you all back there and show you. The kids, when we come out, the kids want to go and run and play in the woods, but the problem is there's so many dead trees that are just ready to fall over. I mean, you push them and the whole roots, the stump and everything just falls over. So I'm really trying to get as much stuff cut down to where the kids, I don't have to worry about them so much back there playing or up front playing. It's raining today. We're gonna put us a swing off this big branch here. Let me see if I can get my finger up there. Off that branch right here. That way they can swing out here. The solar panels, they're going around back. I just set them there temporary. So they'll be able to swing here, and then we're gonna set their trampoline over there. That way when we're over, they got something to do besides just watching TV. You know, that gets old after a while. So trying to get everything ready all at the same time, man, it's hard. But I'm getting there. I got some stuff done today. I only had a few hours. But the good thing is next week the kids are on spring break. We're going to be over here most of the week knocking this out. Hopefully I can get the windows in, insulation down, you know, down here, not up top. Insulation, drywall maybe, I hope, and get much of this stuff knocked out where we'll get a lot closer to being able to get over here. It'll probably be, we're gonna wait, we're gonna let the kids finish school at where they're at, and then we're gonna come over here. That way it's not such a shell shock, them moving and then changing their whole environment into a, you know, more of a homestead and farm style life, country. It's gonna be, it'll be different for them. All we have right now is just the few chickens. By the time that we get the chickens and the goats and the horses and rabbits and whatever else, and big garden. I'm thinking, let me see here. The driveway comes in front of the truck here and then goes down. It's just dirt right now, but that's where I'm going to end up putting it. I'm thinking about on the other side of these trees, put a garden, or even down, I've got a, if I can get you to see without getting water on camera, I've got a shed down here too that I put down there last year. I might even put a big garden down here. That way I can put all my rototiller and hose and all that stuff down there. But it'll probably be, I want to say 150 foot by 200 foot. I'm thinking I got to plan it all out, you know, lay out my rows and how far I want them spaced and how far the plants. But we're gonna plant everything you can think of. Big old long, like 1 foot green beans, Swiss chard, lettuce, cabbage, cucumbers, tomatoes, potatoes, corn, everything, and a lot of different varieties there. But we're doing, we're gonna plant heirloom, non-GMO seeds. We ordered them off. If you all have never watched Daniel Arms' channel, he's always talking about MLS Gardener, and that's where we ordered our seeds from. We're pretty happy so far. We'll see how they do this year when we plant them, but it's hard to find good seeds, you know, that are heirloom, non-GMO. And if you all don't know what heirloom means, these ones that you buy at like Walmart or wherever, they're not a heirloom variety, meaning if you plant it in the ground, you can't collect the seeds from that plant and replant it. They won't produce anything. But a heirloom plant will. You can, like a tomato, you can let it dry out and get the seeds out of it. I don't know how to do it yet, okay? So if that's wrong, which it probably is, you can keep the seeds back from that and then replant them next year. So if anything ever was to happen and you can't get seeds, well, you got your food. You just keep replanting the seeds. So we're looking forward to that. I'm had small gardens this past couple years, but I haven't really, I just rented land, so we didn't really have, you know, maybe 15 by 20 foot garden. And I crammed as much stuff in as I could. But we're gonna really get after this and plant. I don't know how quick the animals will come because we only got so much money to do this stuff, and this thing costs a lot of money. The electrical and plumbing and God mighty. It goes on and on. But we're getting there. If you all have any suggestions or anything, I'm gonna take you back around back and show you some of the trees really quick if I can without the rain getting the camera wet. I know one of you all wanted to see like the outside a little bit, so I'll show what I can. It is raining, so I'll do my best. So here we go. Oof, big water puddle. So here's where the panels are. Down there's a swing set. That's where our campground, where we camped at and stuff the past couple years. And here's the front of the cabin, which it'll have like this window here. I'm going to put another one kind of the same spacing on the other side, and then maybe one more in that hallway. I've been cutting trees down and burning stuff like crazy. It's been raining so much I haven't really been able to show you all. Big cow bones over here. There's a big old pile of bones back in there. What is that? A deer running around or something. Let's see if I can see it. I don't see where it's coming from. Over there's the campsite. That shed's on over there. Like all these trees here. Cut this one down, that one, this one, a bunch over here back around the back side of the cabin. I'll take you back there and show you. A lot of briars, man. These briars will eat you up. I gotta bring the mower over here. They're like everywhere. They're like razor blades. All these little, I don't know what they are. I don't think they're blackberry briars. I think they're just some kind of briar. They ain't worth the crap. Cut all these trees down. Brought an old porch over all the wood so I can build a porch on. Yeah, there's like 6 trees right here I'd cut down away from the cabin that were completely dead. A lot of trees, like this walnut here, I almost don't want to cut it down because look how straight it is. Take that sucker to the sawmill. Same thing like over here. There's so many dead trees over here, it's not even funny. Like this big cherry here. See how dead it is on the bottom? And it's massive. It's a lot of good wood in there. Here's down on the side of the cabin. I don't know if there's any water on the screen, guys. I can't hardly tell. A lot of this stuff, once I get the cabin done, like all this stuff's gonna be cut up for firewood. That's on the ground and stacked out of the way. But all this stuff on the ground, it needs cleared up, and like there's a big dead tree hanging, and I mean they're everywhere. I need to put the barn in here somewhere. What do you guys think? I was almost thinking about the goats. I'm getting those hang on, let me clean you. I'm getting those electric goat netting or poultry netting where you can move it in different places. I don't want to, there's a old crappy fence all the way around this field that we're at, so like a perimeter fence that I can patch up just good enough, but so I don't want no permanent fencing because it costs a lot of money. But I'm going to get that netting, electric netting, and move it around so I can move the animals around. But I don't know, because goats aren't browsers, or they're not grazers, they're browsers. So like if I just set them in the field, I don't know if they would do the best, but like in here, I mean, you know, there's briars everywhere. Look how thick it is back here. So I don't know if they would do better, but I imagine it'd be hard to see all these briars. This is like the whole place, especially the more you get down over in here. Man, it's just covered in briars. But there's no grass, so there's, I mean, I don't know how much you all can see on the ground. Stuff's starting to come up, but there's just not much besides the briars that they could eat on. So I don't know if I should put it, you know, I don't know if I should, when I get all this cleaned up, definitely over where the campsite is, I don't know if I should put a little barn over there or to move them around. I'm thinking I am going to build a little, like a, I don't know if y'all can see the cabin, but underneath the cabin there's these big beams that they slide it on, and I don't know, I'm probably going to end up building, you know, some kind of just small shelter that I can pull with a four-wheeler or something with them inside of the fencing. That way that I don't have to worry about taking them, put them back in the barn all the time. Let me show you guys all this. A big mess. Oh God, briars. Just been trying to get all the stuff that's dead and standing where the kids walk around. Like this thing here. What is that? Squirrel or something. You all, I grew up in the country, but do you all ever get out in the woods and are like, something watching me? I get like that as an adult. As a kid, I'd have plowed through here and not gave a crap. As an adult, I'm like, what is that? That doesn't seem right. You know, a deer makes a certain sound, a squirrel makes a certain sound, but there's just some noises don't make any sense to me. Let me show you here, this big mess. My God, it's gonna be a lot of work getting it all up. I daisy chained all these trees. That big cherry with the root ball sticking up was broken, hanging up in this tree. So I cut it down and it fell on another tree. And then it fell on this tree and I cut that tree down, and then it fell on this tree and then I cut that tree down. Woo! It was a lot and a little dangerous, but we got her. Then here's all this. Let me get up on this log here. Oh, woo, woo! Like all these dead trees, man. They're like this whole area. Oops, sorry. It's just covered in dead trees. It's crazy. I got a lot of work to do once I get the cabin done. Just getting this thing down. Like there, I don't know if y'all can see that thing. See that big limb that's just barely hanging in that tree? It's that kind of crap. I got to get out of here so the kids will be safe. If you're all curious, our property line is like, it dips down and back up just a little bit past that edge of the forest, and then that's the property line. That's how close we are over there, and it goes right up the edge of that field and on down all the way to the road. So and then back here, whew, I'm about to fall off this log. It dips down and goes back down towards the river, and then most of the property is back that way. There's 40 acres of woods. I gotta get off this log. I'm gonna fall talking to you all. Oh God. There's 40 acres of woods around here, and then 40 acres of field, you know, minus the pond. The pond's like 2-3 acres or something like that. I looked it up. And we're getting there. Here's a good example. Look how dead this sucker is. Or even this little one right here. Look at this little one. They might even be able to. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. Them kids don't know any better. They'll come out and hang on stuff and push it, and then might fall over on them. They're like this big one right here. This thing is massive. and just sitting there dead as it can be. I probably can't push that one over, but we're getting there. Well, hope you all enjoy the stuff I've been showing you. I honestly don't know how much you all want to see. If you want to see more, let me know. If you all just want little glimpses as I get stuff done, let me know. It really helped me to have your all's input, because it's tricky doing videos on stuff and remembering to move the camera around. So if I don't have to worry about it as much, I can just show you all stuff when I'm done and when I'm getting ready. I want to really, my channel really ain't about the cabin. It's just what I'm doing right now. Once we get that thing done, then the gardens, the animals, I mean, all that stuff is really what I'm wanting to show you all, and more solar stuff. Really big on the solar stuff. If y'all have any questions, I'm not the biggest expert, but I can put it in layman's terms and try to explain this stuff to you all. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thanks, guys.